Sam, do you notice anything different?
Are you where you should be in the space-time continuum?
Yeah, I'm here.
I am too.
2025. Do
It's
you
funnier
notice?
than 24.
There you go. Do you notice anything about my recording equipment?
I can see that big old microphone, and you got some like rich pods in your ears.
Not just any microphone. This is the new torpedo mic.
Damn it. Yeah,
It helps me record farther.
it gets through the barrel of your voice.
Yeah.
It finds it. It finds it, and wherever it used to get jammed. I will be honest, Will, your audio used to get jammed. So it's just taking that fat part of your voice and sticking it right on the mic.
Yeah, and you didn't judge me. But now my voice is like smooth jazz.
Anthony Volpe.
There it is.
There's a trophy on your shelf. Does it belong to someone else? Well, we're gonna let you know on the Reward Show.
This is going to be an interesting episode. I think we're going to kind of figure it out as we go along.
Yeah, new format for us because we're talking about 2025.
Yeah, we're going to do a check-in at the end of every month. So I guess every 4 episodes during each baseball season, we'll kind of check in on what the award races are looking like. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've kind of decided to frame this just like any other episode.
Yeah, I think you and I both realized that although there's been a lot of major league seasons of baseball, this podcast technically has, like, it will run out eventually. And we're like, what are some other ideas we could do to talk about so we don't run out of baseball seasons in, like, 1 to 2 years? And this was a fun idea that we both wanted to talk about, keeps us relevant to today, because, like, we're not just talking about, like, obviously we talk about baseball history all the time, but we watch baseball. Like, we watch it very religiously. And, like, we wanted to talk about stuff happening right now. So
I watched the Braves lose to the Rockies the other day.
I'll be honest. I know I just went on that big speech. My baseball watching these past, like, 2 to 3 weeks has been a little pitiful. On account of just, like, baseball, like the Cardinals being bad, but also hockey and basketball playoffs have been really, really good. And taken precedent, specifically the Blues, which is why I have this glorious beard going. It'll get shaved after round 1 if we win or lose, I guess.
I've been watching the NBA playoffs. Saw the Lakers get eliminated. Get ready to see Cancun, Luca.
I was at a Lakers bar last night.
Oh yeah, you're in LA.
It was an unhappy. I've been at a Lakers bar for the past. I was at a Lakers bar for the elimination, but that writing was a little bit on the wall. Rudy Gobert, good at basketball. I was at a Lakers bar about like a month ago when Josh Giddey hit that half-court buzzer beater against the Lakers.
Oh my God.
And that was the most angry I've ever seen, like, that fan base, and it was really hilarious. So
That's so funny.
Rip
is-
Lakers.
Is it time to ask the question?
Was
Was Nico Harrison right?
No, that's not true. Get out of here. Fire Nico still. But yeah, Father Time. I'm not there yet, but we'll see.
LeBron.
Let's talk about baseball. That's what we're here to talk
Let's
about.
talk about baseball. It's been an interesting season thus far. We got the torpedo bats. That's kind of the. Did you hear Christian Yelich talking about it? He was on a podcast recently, and he was like, "You know what? The torpedo bats. It's been blown out of proportion. That was kind of the Brewers' fault because we lost by like 16 runs,
Dude.
opening day."
If I'm Nestor, I'm just like, why would you say that? Because Nestor's the one that got blown up that day. He got like 10 earned runs against him in like 2 innings.
He did. But it's been an interesting season. Torpedo bats are here. The Cubs are amazing.
Cubs are good.
The Dodgers are underwhelming a little bit, but they'll win 95 games. They'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Mets are the best team in baseball, maybe. The
Yeah.
Braves started off terribly.
Braves are
Lost-
not dead.
No, we're inching towards 500. We've won 4 straight series.
Hey, that's what you got to do. I always say, just win the series. You know, if you take 2 out of 3 every time, you're going to be like an amazing team. So the fact that you just keep winning series and stacking wins after going 0-7 to start is like you're in the right direction. Austin Riley's coming back alive.
Yeah. Matt Olson's starting to hit a little bit. I mean, Ozuna from the Braves is batting like 315.
He's had like consistently like 2 to 3 years at this point where it's like
he's just a hitter. That guy can hit. I think when you talk about like the quintessential definition of a DH, he's the best in the league because he's there to hit, and that's it. And that's what he does.
And he can hit weirdly for average and for power. Like,
and you look at him, you don't see that. You're gonna bat 240 and hit 40 bombs, but no, he bats like 315 and hits like 40 bombs.
Yeah, he does both. Yeah. He can have it all.
Yeah, and he can steal bases.
He can steal base. He can steal base.
Yes, and he can win a Gold Glove 10 years ago.
We need to. Whenever this podcast runs out of ideas, we're gonna start doing Gold Glove and Silver Slugger, 500 episodes.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna do like a 3-hour pod about the Marcell Ozuna Gold Glove award.
Yeah, and we're talking about. We've got something in the works. We're talking to other content creators about maybe doing an episode where we talk about unlikely award winners that may be coming in the near future. We're working out the details on that, but we're excited. We're very excited about that.
Yeah, so. Stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipe. This is episode 13, so it really does feel like we're off our feet and we're getting consistent episodes to you guys, and we are
and we're getting noticed.
Groove. Yeah, we are. So thank you all for listening, and Will, I'm proud of the work that you have put in, that I put in, that we've done to make this thing grow. So let's keep it going.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you look at the teams that are the best this year. If you could pick one team that you don't expect to keep it up, that you don't expect to make the playoffs, who would it be out of those teams?
I'm a very nationally skewed guy because I watch more games than the National League. My team plays against the National League a lot more. So the American League is a little bit, I won't say a black hole because I still watch a lot of baseball. Have you seen what the A's are doing? Mm-hmm. They're not, a top 10 team, but like they're over 500.
They're two games over 500.
Above the Rangers. They just took a series off of them. They've won like 4 series in a row. I think I just saw a stat. They've won like 8 of their last 11 or something crazy. Or I know it was like 11 of their last 17, something like that, where they're playing very competitive baseball.
In their last 10, they're 7-3.
Yeah, they're playing really, really well right now. The ball's flying in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. And they just took a lot of games, they just took a series off the Rangers. I don't know if they swept or they took 2 or 3, but they're playing really, really well. I don't expect that to continue, weirdly enough. I think the Rangers have a better bounce back in them. We said that last year, though, and they didn't, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Well, I said all year Rangers aren't going to make the playoffs, and they didn't.
It's really funny, in our baseball group chat, featuring Caleb and Oliver as well, none of us picked the Rangers to make the postseason last year. We all said Astros or Mariners last year, and it really did come down to some of those final games for the Mariners. But them, and then I think the Giants too. I think it's like the NL West is going to be Dodgers till it's not, and then the Padres look really scary as well when they're on. And the Diamondbacks just have that pedigree. If they've been there before, even if they've missed the playoffs just by like a game or two, like they're ran really, really well right now. I know it's really weird. We're like 3 or 4 years off of their like 100-loss season or near 100-loss season, and they're already we already feel like they're a really well-ran organization.
Yeah, and Corbin Burns hasn't quite turned it on yet, and you expect him to do that. I agree with you about the Athletics. I think they're a very exciting team. They have a lot of potential. I don't think this is their year, though, to make the playoffs. I think they're maybe a year or two away.
There's a lot of Sacramento stink on them right now, too, so it's just like it feels like they're kind of in limbo until they have a real stadium or go back to
just
Oakland.
Get in Las Vegas, and then you can start winning games. And I think we can both say who the team is who isn't playing well that we expect to figure it out and make the playoffs.
Is it the Atlanta Braves?
I think it's the Atlanta Braves.
I had them winning the division this year.
Yeah, I'm looking. The Twins are surprising me. with how bad they are.
they've been really. They did the same thing last year. They're just underwhelming, and I'm like, you look at that roster, and you're like, 3 years ago, Byron Buxton, you could have penciled him in for MVP votes. That's not the case anymore. You also expect him to miss like 50 games. Royce Lewis, Boulder baseball fan Royce Lewis. Love Royce Lewis. Can't stay healthy, although he has like a higher home run rate than like any player in league history.
Just his first 170 games in his career are most comparable to Ted Williams. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and just if they could get Correa, Buxton, Lewis to all play together at the same time, that's one aspect of it. The Cardinals swept them to begin the season, and they just didn't recover. Are they still playing poorly? I know they're not like White Sox bad right now, but
they have 13 wins, 13-19. They're 6-4 in their last 10, 3-game losing streak. All right, let's move on. Are you ready to pre-ward?
Pre-ward, that's a nice coin phrase.
Yeah.
We did not talk about that beforehand.
No.
Trademark that.
I will.
I am ready to pre-ward.
but
Will I'm gonna?
We're gonna start with it. We're gonna start with AL MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pull up the graphic.
Yep. Are these our candidates?
Yes.
I mean, there's the winner and there's the other guys.
Yeah.
Whew. Aaron Judge is having a better season than last year.
So these are accurate stats as of today. So like before today's games.
Yeah, and today we're recording on May 1st, so this is for everything up through April 30th. And Aaron Judge is still batting .427 with a .262 OPS plus. He has 50 hits already.
Yeah.
10 home runs. And 2.9 WAR. Like, he is on pace for maybe a 10 WAR season,
which is becoming commonplace for him.
This is go back to his MVP season in 2020. Was it one? I think it was 2022. 2023, he didn't play the full season. Shohei won the MVP that year for doing Shohei things. He wins it last year. This is 2025, so this is the 4th season in a row that he has basically been doing this. He has been dare I say, he has been you can just say best hitter. He's been the best hitter in baseball since 2022. Like, zero room for debate. Zero.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah. He might have won in 2023 as well if he didn't get injured at Dodger Stadium.
He's
he on a legendary run
for 60 homers.
He's been on pace for 60 homers for 4 straight years. Who else has done that, Will? Like, even taking off the steroid guys. Like, have any of the steroid guys been on that kind of pace?
I think Sammy Sosa was.
Yeah, and
Sammy Sosa was a few years in a row, like 98 to 2001.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa from 98 to 2001 hit 60 home runs 3 times.
Wow.
And in none of those years did he lead the league.
I mean, all right, era was different, but Aaron Judge is...
it's my favorite Sammy Sosa stat.
Yeah, that's so wild. But he had the most, I bet, in that, like, if you collect all 3 years combined, I bet he had the most, right?
He did. I'm going to put that 50 hits into perspective.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's, like, shocking to me.
Ichiro, in 2004, set the Major League record for hits in a season with 262. All right. In his first 31 games, which is how many Aaron Judge has played, Ichiro had 41 hits.
Aaron Judge continues to amaze me. I think the home run thing was, like, obviously impressive, but it almost feels like, yeah, that's just what he does now, and we were almost getting, like, less impressed with it every time he did it, just because it's been happening more and more. But the fact that he's also leading the league in batting average at .427, that is insane. I know it's only been 31 games. 427 batting average is hard to do, and 50 hits is hard to do. He's leading the league in all aspects. He is not just a 3-outcome hitter like a lot of sluggers. He's the best slugger in the league, and he's not a 3 true outcome player. Like
he's the best hitter in the league.
He's the best pure hitter in the league. And I pray to God he has at least one postseason where he does this, so like we can all just forget that about his game, and he can have the legacy that he deserves at this point. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm done clowning on Aaron Judge. Like, he is the best player of the 2020s so far. Is that weird to say? Is that crazy to say? Shohei?
No, not at all. No.
Shohei's pitch.
I'm taking Judge. I'm taking Judge.
I'm taking Judge, man. I mean, it's just weird. He can do it all. He can do everything.
Yeah, so we have Aaron Judge there. Let's talk about these other guys who are having great years.
Talk about this. Let's talk about this battle for second, which is what it's going to be till 2030, apparently.
And I think it's Jorge Polanco.
Dude, where did this come from? He's having a great season after having maybe his worst season last year.
Yeah, 384, 28 hits, so he platoons a lot. But 9 homers, one less than Judge.
Yeah, one off the league lead. 259 OPS plus. That's 3 points off of Aaron Judge. Mm-hmm. How many games has he played? Do you know that? Or how many at-bats does he have?
So Judge
he still has a 1.3 WAR. Yeah. Does he DH Polanco?
Yes, he has not played a single... No, he's played some games at third, first, and second this year, but mostly DH.
Weird.
He's played 22 games.
Okay. I mean, that's still, like, not insignificant. But yeah, man, he was not on my radar as having a great season until like the swim move going to first base, and that was
the Mariners finally found a guy who can hit.
For real, dude. All their guys strike out so much.
Oh, tell me about it. I have Julio Rodriguez who rides my bench on my fantasy team.
He'll be there till July, and then after he puts in his government mandated
that's
terrible
why I'm
first half, he'll be there.
That's why I'm holding on to him.
Yeah, valuable trade asset, maybe.
Yeah, but we have 2 Red Sox up here. Willie Abreu coming off a great rookie season. And Alex Bregman.
Yeah.
We knew Bregman was going to be great in Fenway, and he is. Been 328.
He's been doing Yeah. How many? 7 home runs. I mean, you take a really, really good pull hitter. It's weird. Third basemen is that like a thing with third basemen? I feel like third basemen are great pull hitters. I don't know what that's about. But that's been consistent with what I've seen. Bregman, J-Ram. I guess he hits it to all fields because he's amazing.
Rafael
Devers. Arenado can only hit homers to left field. Who's having a good season. But, the Willie Abreu thing is impressive to me. He was not on my radar until the Cardinals went and got their asses handed to them by the Red Sox a few weeks ago. And Willie Abreu hosed Lars Nootbaar at third base.
I saw that.
Contreras got jammed, and he's strong enough to get that past the dive of the first baseman. Gonzalez to third base. Abreu, big throw in time. Wow! What an arm and what a throw by Willie Abreu.
And I was like, that's going to be a play. I tweeted it. I'm like, I'm going to have to see that on like a YouTube compilation, like best throws of the decade or best throws of all time. And it's like, it was one of the best throws I've seen. It was really great. But he's having a great season. That Red Sox team's really good, man. I know they had a couple weeks where they were struggling, but they have all the pieces.
So we have them. We have Stephen Kwan, who has become one of the best pure hitters in baseball. Very consistent, batting .322. And then we have Wyatt Langford coming off of his rookie year.
Yeah.
180 OPS plus.
Yeah, no, that's can't say it's unexpected. I mean, was he ever the number 1 ranked prospect? I know he basically went right from college into the majors.
Yeah, that was the thing. He pretty much skipped the minors.
His stance is funny. I feel like his arms are shorter than what they should be.
Yeah, but he's great. He has a really good speed, which I wasn't expecting when you see him, you know? And then bounce back year from Cedric Mullins.
Orioles needed it. They're not having a great season.
No, they're last. They've won 12 games.
That's wild. Mullins has kind of gotten lost in the shuffle of all of their young white prospects that are all like a copy paste of each other.
With Vance Honeycutt on the way to take his job,
right? And so you have Adley, you have Gunnar, who were both number 1 prospects at one point. Jackson Holiday was a number 1 prospect.
Heston Kjerstad.
Yeah, so you have all these number one prospects that, and then Cedric Mullins you kind of have forgot about. That's been there for a while now. He was on all those bad Orioles teams.
He had a 30-30 season, finished like fourth in MVP voting one year.
He had a really cool story where he was a switch
21.
hitter. Yeah, in the early 2020s, he was a switch hitter, and then switched to only, like, he took away his right-handed batting, and then all his stats got better once he became just a lefty.
Take notes, Ozzy Albies.
Is he?
He's terrible from the left side.
I saw a funny tweet about that, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. Yeah, good for Cedric Mullins. -3 R-field, though. Ugh.
Yeah, he's not what he used to be out there.
He used to be the speedy guy out there, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then we have Jorge Polanco. We've talked about him. Tyler Soderstrom.
Yeah, man. He at one point was leading the. He's been a little cold in terms of home runs past week or
he's
so.
second.
But he's still second. Well, he led with 9, and I think everyone else has caught up to him now. But he's still having a great season at the first base. An A's team that is still like, I'm gonna forget about all these A's teams because I'm like, these are the I don't have to think about them. These are. I hate it because I'm like, I hate it for the players. I hate it for the fans. But it's like, I don't want to think about this team right now because they're just like in a holding place. Like, it would be so weird if this team made the playoffs or, God forbid, won the World Series. Like, they're not close to doing that, but say they did, it's just going to feel like fake.
Be like, why? Why did they win?
Yeah, like, this is not the plot, right?
No.
We've lost the plot.
Next, we have Spencer Torkelson, who is finally figuring it out.
Wasn't he number 1 draft pick in like
number
20 whatever?
Pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for him. You always hate when that doesn't pan out because the expectation is that you should be the best player in baseball eventually, and that shouldn't be the expectation. So the fact that he's putting together a very good 900 OPS season, that's really good, guys. 157 OPS, that's great. His batting average is 243, but like he's doing it, like he's not hitting for average, but he has 8 home runs, he has 26 hits, he has 24 RBI. He's providing for his team in a very positive way for the first time in a long time.
Yeah,
maybe ever.
So last year they sent him down for a bit to kind of work on stuff because he wasn't producing the way they thought he would. And AJ Hinch, I heard this story. AJ Hinch called him every day and said,
"Really?
How you doing? We're waiting for you. We're going to get you back up here. You're going to contribute." And how much of a confidence boost is that to a player who's in the minors to know that you are part of that team?
You're part of the plan.
You just got to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, I hope that would relieve pressure, and it sounds like it did, and he's here now. Bobby Witt Jr., the guy that I think everyone, if you weren't picking Aaron Judge, was picking this guy to win MVP this year.
Yeah, and he just doesn't have anyone getting on base, so he only has 12 RBIs, only 2 homers. That kind of worries me, but we'll see.
Yeah. I wonder. I guess I don't have the slug in front of me, but his batting 322, which you're like, that's awesome, but you're like, that's less than 100. I mean, that's over 100 points less than what Aaron Judge is batting right now.
Yeah,
he has 144 OPS, and you're like, that's great, and then you're like, that's 120 less than Aaron Judge.
He has a 1.9 WAR. That's a whole point less than Aaron Judge
at the shortstop position too, which is like inflating the WAR. So
he has
crazy.
12 RBI. Oh, that's 20
less than Aaron Judge. This guy, I mean, you just can't. I just feel like it's Judge and not quite Shohei in the National League, but like we've been talking about it. Where I know in previous episodes we've said it's Judge's Shohei till it's not. At least I've said that. It might not be this year. Aaron Judge is still proving that he's there. He's that guy. Bobby Witt, I still have faith that you're going to get votes and be a top 10 MVP guy, but, no one... I don't think the sky is falling if Bobby Witt is not the second best player in the American League. He's still having a wonderful season. That team's just not super built up around him yet.
No, they will be. But I think we're in agreement.
What's it called, Will?
The 2025 post-April pre-award for AL MVP
really rolls off the tongue.
Goes to Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees. All right, let's go on to AL Cy Young. This will be fun.
Oh, dude, no one's running away with it.
No.
This is a conversation.
We got some cool names.
Yeah, we do. Shane
Shane
Baz.
Shane Baz is 3-0. He has a 2.45 ERA. We have Hunter Brown, man.
Okay, I said no one's running away with it. I feel like that was incorrect of me to say. Hunter Brown.
1.22 ERA.
Yeah.
A .838 WHIP. 4-1. 40 strikeouts. A 1.7 WAR, which leads all pitchers.
He was my best fantasy pickup. Yeah, Hunter Brown's the guy right now.
Yeah, and then we have Chris Bubic.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that you've used this uniform for all the Royals pictures so far, because
I did it on purpose.
The best looking uniform in all of baseball. Yeah, it's up there, man. There's so many to choose from now with City Connects and alternates and stuff, but this is like top 5, top 3. It's great.
There's one thing I love to see with this next guy, Garrett Crochet. Mm-hmm. He is leading the league in innings pitched. And he's the guy who is like, I'm never pitching past the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's really strange. That's crazy. I forgot that was the whole big stink about him. He was like...
I mean, now he's on a good team, so...
Now he cares, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's having a great year. 50 Ks. But then after him, we have postseason legend Nathan Eovaldi.
Mm-hmm. Nasty Nathan Eovaldi.
The one complete game shutout in the American League this year. He has a 2.11 ERA, 46 strikeouts, 1.95 batting average against. Great season for him. And then we have my Pookie, who maybe, I think Fried maybe second right now. I don't know.
Yeah. His ERA is the only one even comparable to Hunter Brown.
Well,
his WHIP is a lot higher.
I mean, neither of them are leading.
Well, that's true. Never mind. But his WHIP is a lot higher than Hunter Brown's.
Yeah. He walks some guys.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. He's not a strikeout pitcher.
You know what he does do?
A good year.
He fields his position.
He does.
Gold Glove Max Yankees needed that.
Logan Gilbert is next, who has a .791 WHIP. What is going on, man?
Yeah.
I mean, and he had like a sub 9 WHIP last year.
All of the Mariners pitchers is like, some of them might have a down year every once in a while, but like of Gilbert, Brian Wu, Castillo, and Kirby.
And Miller.
And, I forgot. Just throw out a dartboard and one of them is going to have like top 3 in like Cy Young. Maybe not all of them at the same time, but one of them will. It's crazy that maybe not Castillo at this point in his career, but he was really good last year.
So before Kyle Tucker arrived, people were saying the Cubs have 3 outfielders and they're all the same player. That's how I feel about the Mariners rotation. They have 5 guys and they're all the same player and they're all elite.
They're all elite, dude. I wouldn't trade that rotation for any other rotation in baseball.
And then we have and Logan Gilbert is leading in batting average against.
Yeah, the 164.
Then we have Tyler Mahle.
He has the
finally
lowest
figuring it
ERA. Out. Yeah, 1.14 ERA. His WHIP is in the 9s.
He had a sub 1 ERA until yesterday.
Really? Wow. No, great. It's crazy. You would think now the Rangers have become the Mariners, where their pitching has become really, really great, and they can't hit anything. Which if you spend $500 million on 2 players, you would want some hits in that lineup.
Yeah. So. And then we have Drew Rasmussen. Really good year. He's probably number 10 on this list.
Yeah. Worth noting, but right, everyone else has something that's like a little bit more impressive.
And then we have number 9 on this list probably, but he's going to climb up. It's the guy with the most staying power. Yeah. Him and Fried and Gilbert probably. And it's Tarik Skubal.
Tarik Skubal, reigning Cy Young. He is. I think right now Hunter Brown has the belt, in my opinion.
I think I'm going Hunter Brown too.
Yeah, it's not a hot take out of me. Hunter Brown is it for me. I've because he's on my fantasy team. I feel like I have watched, or at least paid attention to every single one of his starts, and he has yet to let me down even once. So
yeah, I think we're in agreement. The 2025 American League Cy Young post-April pre-award goes to Hunter Brown of the Houston Astros. Let's do American League Rookie of the Year. This is going to be fun. Something to keep an eye on.
I have a hilarious story.
Is it about Cameron Meisner?
It is about Cameron Meisner.
Because he's from Poplar Bluff, Missouri?
He's from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I went to high school with him. Did you know?
With him?
I went to high school with him. He's like a grade above me.
No way. I
Yeah.
was like, does Sam know? Because I was looking at his baseball reference. I was like, no way.
Did you know he was from Poplar Bluff before
Not
I
until
know
today.
I've told you. Really? Well, yeah, I went to high school with him. We're both Mules. Go Mules.
He's batting 320 in the major leagues.
He's doing really, really well. He is not okay. This is really funny. He did also play soccer in high school, and my younger brother played soccer, and my younger brother's really good at soccer, but he was really, really small. Cameron Meisner was a bully, bro. He was
Really?
he pushed him around. He was a jerk. I hate to besmirch him. He was a jerk to my younger brother. Happy for the success and for the Poplar Bluff shout out, but like not. I sent my brother. I was like, "Hey, look, Cameron Meisner hit a walk-off for the Rays like today," and he was just like, "I don't need updates on his whereabouts." So,
That's so funny.
sorry, forgot about all
well.
that, but
Not the best guy it could have happened to, but
he's having a great
Poplar
season,
Bluff,
man.
Poplar Bluff represent.
Go PB, yeah, crazy. I don't think I read a class with him, but he was a grade above me, and I definitely passed him in the halls, dude. I knew him,
Nice.
so
Sweet. He was drafted out of high school and then chose to go to college, right?
yes, he was. He was
And he went
drafted
to
by
Missouri.
the Royals out of college, went to Mizzou, and then I still understand how getting drafted more than once works in many sports, but he chose to go to college instead. And
If you draft a guy out of high school, you're basically taking a gamble.
because they can choose not to.
It's like when the A's chose
Kyler Murray. I was about to bring up that,
and
dude,
he didn't sign.
What a fumble! What a fumble! Call the guy and see if he's bought in.
Shout out Oliver who called it. Christian Campbell is having a great year. Can't really field his position, but he's still figuring it out. But he's batting 301 as of right now. 4 homers, 12 RBI. Then we have Ryan Gusto, who's made 8 appearances, 4 as a starter, 4 as a reliever for Houston. 3 ERA, 3-1, 29 strikeouts, a 1.148 WHIP. And then we have Cameron Meisner batting 320. And then we have Shane Smith, who's on my fantasy team.
Not on my radar.
Yeah. 1-1, but he has a 2.23 ERA. He had a great start yesterday. 26 strikeouts, a 7.2 Ks per 9, a
Wow.
1 WAR already, a 200 batting average against.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Jacob Wilson, shortstop for the A's, who we talked about his dad earlier.
Yeah.
A guy who hadn't walked in like the first 2 weeks.
Oh,
of the
that's
season.
that guy. That's right. And
Yeah.
doesn't he take like a 4-pitch bases loaded walk or something as his first walk? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's batting 325. The one thing though is his R field is -8 already at shortstop.
Yikes.
I think it's Shane Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna say him or Meisner, but I think Shane Smith is. He was not on my radar at all until right now. So the fact that he has a 2.23 ERA and a 200 batting average against,
32
really,
innings
really great.
pitched.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a significant. I mean, anytime you get the chance to shout out a White Sox, you should do it. So I'm going to go with you on that.
All right. That means that the 2025 American League Rookie of the Year post-April pre-award goes to Shane Smith of the Chicago White Sox. Also, Shane Smith, good beard.
That's a well-groomed,
It's very well lined up. He would fit well in the Yankees. They would allow it.
True. That is according to their bylaws, well-maintained beard.
All right. Let's go to National League Rookie of the Year.
My guy, who they sent down, that I'm pissed about. Cardinals, man, they cannot do anything. Past 2 to 3 seasons have just butchered their player development of getting guys to the top, or getting guys to
And
the
of course,
top flight.
we're talking about utility man Thomas Sugasi. Am I saying it correct?
Sajacy.
Sugasi. Okay.
You said so Gacy?
So gay. See?
Question mark? See?
Okay. But we have him who 341 and they send him down.
Dude, they did this thing last year where they sent down Jordan Walker to work out some swing stuff. He's finally producing, though not hitting a lot of home runs last year in the minors, but he's getting some high barrel rate contact. And they bring him up, They bring him back up for like the last month of the season, and they like platoon him. And like, first of all, we're out of it. We're not competing for the postseason. We are not allowing this guy to play every day, whereas he was playing every single day last year. And fans were like very upset about that. And so this is the second year in a row where they've already kind of like, feels like they've mismanaged a player's development that like should be a part of the plan moving forward. Like Jordan Walker's a massive part of this team. Thomas Ajayci is somebody who you would think going into this next like generation of like, we're in a lull right now, but this is somebody that you want to pan out as like your second baseman, maybe even third baseman moving forward once Arenado eventually leaves, whenever that might be, like, because that's still very up in the air. So the fact that he's batting .341, he's hitting like in very clutch scenarios, and hitting well, like and fielding his position okay enough. It's weird when you put a guy at a different position every single day. It's hard to build that consistency, but they just have not. The organization has not done right by their rookies for the past few seasons.
It's insane the way that some of these organizations misuse their players. We have Luis Angel Acuna.
I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, the little brother of Ronald Acuna. Completely different type of player. He's like a little scrappy leadoff guy who does not hit for power at all.
Not at all. He's very fast.
Yeah, 7 stolen bases. He may be faster than his brother, which is saying something.
But he gets on base a whole lot less.
Yeah. His OPS plus is 101. National League was slim pickings, so I kind of was scraping the bottom of the barrel. Ben Kasparius, relief pitcher. Okay. He's like a setup guy. He's 3-0. He has a 2.91 ERA. He may be like a middle reliever. Only 0.4 home runs per 9, which is great, and 9.6 K per 9. So he's pretty good.
Those are good stats, yeah. 9.6 is really good.
1.2 walks per 9. Very impressive. And then we have Chad Patrick, starting pitcher for the Brewers, who's 1-2 with a 2.45 ERA on a underwhelming team so far, which I know you're happy about.
Brewers are weird to me. I don't like them. That's all I have to say.
Okay. And then we have Thomas Ajayci that we talked about. And then we have the guy who everyone coming into the season expected to win this award easily, and it's Roki Sasaki. He's kind of underwhelmed a little bit early in the year.
It's like
especially on a staff with Yamamoto, who we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, he's been. Well, we probably way overvalued him and also gave him unrealistic expectations to start the season.
There is something to be said about that batting average against 198.
Yeah, he seems like he's getting unlucky. 7.1 Ks per 9 isn't awful by any means. His ERA is a little high.
He walks 3.55.
3.55 isn't even like that terrible. It's not that bad. But yeah, the whip is 1.4. That's where it's at.
That's bad.
I think he'll figure it out. I think he'll still be in this graphic in the months to come. But yeah, he's definitely not the front runner right here.
No.
Chad Patrick, as far as starting pitchers goes, hasn't beat.
Yeah, I think I might be leaning Kasparius.
Yeah, I think the 1.2 walks per 9 is doing it for me because
he's just a really good reliever.
Incredibly solid. Relievers don't get credit at all unless they're a closer.
The last reliever to get Rookie of the Year votes that wasn't a closer was Johnny Venters in like 2010 with the Braves.
See, it's been a long time. So I mean, Thomas Ajayci hasn't played enough games to, I think, earn this award. Everyone else is looking a little pedestrian. I think
Acuna is an average hitter at best.
Yeah, Acuna. I mean, 698 OPS is not where you want that to be, especially for a guy that. I mean, he's playing like most days now because Jess McNeil's been on the IL for a little bit. So I'm Kasparius is the right pick here. I want to pick Ajayci, but my organization. I won't say my team lets me down anymore. I'm going to say my organization lets me down because that puts the blame on the correct people.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is interesting. This is why these episodes are kind of cool, because you talk about guys throughout the season that you may not talk about at the end of the season.
And Ben Kasparius may not be here next month. You know,
no,
none of these guys.
Relievers. You never know. Or he could be in the All-Star game. You never know.
Yeah.
But the 2025 National League Rookie of the Year post-April pre-award goes to Ben Kasparias of the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to talk about National League Cy Young.
I've been a Pivetta enjoyer this season.
Me
by
too.
nature of him being on I just picked him up in like week 3 of our fantasy league, and he has been amazing. Utterly amazing. He has like thrown like 5, 6, 7 innings every start, 2 earned runs at most, like all quality starts. He has 9.9 Ks per 9, and he leads the league with a 169 batting average against. He's been fantastic.
He has a good case.
1.7 ERA, 8.21 WHIP. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy though?
Pitchers are so, because they play every 5 days. This graphic's going to change month by month a lot. Yes. Because just like maybe last week, we were like, oh, Hunter Green's got it.
Runaway
and
favorite.
he may be the worst guy on here.
Yeah. That's the thing is like the sample size at this point for pitchers is so small because they've had 5 or 6 starts at most right now. And you could even say that Nick Pavetta's teammate, Michael King, also has a shout. His stats are all
only complete game shutout.
Yeah. He has a 191 batting average. So everything's a little bit worse than Pivetta. 209 ERA, a 1.009 whip. He has more Ks, though. He's 46 compared to 39 in the ballpark, but he's 10.7 Ks per 9, which I don't think leads the national. No, it looks like McGill has the best on this graphic here.
Yeah, the leader in the National League.
It's Yamamoto.
Yeah, the leader in the National League. Who is it? He wasn't good enough to make the graphic, but it's someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a strikeout guy.
I think right now, dude, it's between Pivetta and Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah, but we do have Andrew Heaney. Look at his whip. 8.89.
Dog. Yeah.
He's always solid. We got Nick Lodolo. Great year. 2.25 ERA, 8.61 whip, a 1.97 batting average against. Not a lot of strikeouts. He's not a strikeout guy.
2 Cincinnati Reds on here. That feels incorrect.
How is that happening?
Yeah.
And 1 Philly and no Braves.
1 Philly that's not Nola or Wheeler.
Yeah, it's Jesus or Ranger Suarez or Christopher Sanchez.
Right, this was the 5th guy I would have chosen.
Yeah, Jesus Luzardo.
Good for him.
Known pickup every other week for me in fantasy.
He's just always there.
Year.
Top
but
of the
now
he's
someone probably has him.
Yeah.
And is hoarding him. 1.73 ERA, leading the league with a 1.6 WAR, 10.2 Ks per 9, 3-0.
Yeah.
Then we have Tyler Miguel, one of the Miguel brothers. 1.74 ERA. Not a very impressive whip for this early in the season, but 11.3 Ks per 9. So then we have Nick Pivetta. We've talked about him. Then we have Kodai Senga. He's finally back, and he's having a great year. But he has a 126. He's second in the National League.
Yeah. Just a great season. Him and McGill. These are a lot of... It's crazy. Almost everyone on this list is like them and another guy on their squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we have Skeens. I mean,
we all thought he'd be here. Not the number 1 pitcher right now, but he's like top 5 right now.
Yeah, and we have Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who has a 1.06 ERA.
Yeah, dude. 1 exact whip, which is not bad. 190 batting average against 11.4 Ks per 9. That's crazy, man. He's been really, really good. He's been fantastic.
I think it's between him and Pivetta.
I do too. And if I have to pick between Yamamoto and Pivetta, because I think those are the first 2 options here, dude, I think Yamamoto's ERA just speaks for itself.
It does, but Pivetta leads him in wins, leads him in whip by a lot. More innings, a much better batting average against, and a better WAR.
He has 1 more inning than him.
Okay.
The Ks per 9 is also significantly lower.
I think it's a toss-up between them.
Yeah, it's like what you like. I think because the ERA is so low, Like, because we're going to have awards down the line. Like, every month we're going to do
well,
this.
If the season ended today, would you give
Yeah.
it to the guy with a 1.68 ERA or the guy with a 1.06 ERA?
106.
Yeah.
The work up to this point, Yamamoto has been more dominant, and I think it's because of the ERA, and it's the Ks per 9.
Yep. All right. So that means that the 2025 National League Cy Young post-April pre-award goes to Yoshinobu Yamamoto of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Pavetta is like right there, man, and I already feel regret for picking it, but I think it's the right choice. It's the right choice.
Let's move on before you change your mind.
Yeah, actually,
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry,
dude. Oh my God, the Cubs.
Yeah.
It's okay. You at least included my guy, Brendan Donovan, on this graphic. He's probably 10th on the list, but
Yeah.
He's at least here. Cubs are just
Gosh.
really good. It's four. Oh man, you know what hurts more than seeing 3 Cubs outfielders on here? Seeing Carson Kelly on here, which
He belongs.
anyone and their mother would have traded Carson Kelly for Paul Goldschmidt, which is what happened. But it's wild. It's wild to see him finally being like a really, really elite hitter, like 5 years down the line.
I mean, he belongs on here, no doubt.
Yeah, what are his stats?
360 batting average. Now, his rate stats, you got to take this into account. He does not qualify for the batting title, like to lead the league in these rate stats.
Because he has not played.
games.
Yeah. Is that just catcher? Like,
Yeah.
He's just played less. Yeah.
So, like, he has a 360 batting average, but Fernando Tatis Jr. leads the league with a 345.
I see. That makes sense. I would have asked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson Kelly, great season. I don't like.
276 OPS plus.
Yeah,
Higher than Judge.
Wow. I mean, let's get a few more games under Carson Kelly's belt, but he's been great. He's also been very clutch. He's hit some late inning home runs.
He has a cycle.
He has a cycle. What the hell, man? He's been great. And there's 3 of his teammates on here that are all better, you know?
Yeah.
Simply because they're playing, by virtue of playing every single day, but the Cubs are scary.
They are.
They got Pete Crow Armstrong, who I've just been like conditioned to not like because the Cardinals Twitter has decided that he's like a demon.
The Antichrist.
Yeah. But he's been really, really good. He hasn't even done anything like nefarious to Cardinals fans yet. I just think
He's
Cubs
just
fans,
a white guy who's really good at baseball and as a buzz cut.
Cubs fans have already been like, he's already better than Jordan Walker, and I can't even say I can't even like argue. He has been. He's been really
Well,
great.
yeah, he is.
Yeah. He
Jordan
just straight
Walker's
up
not an
is.
MVP candidate.
No, Pete Crow Armstrong is.
But yeah,
And
we
he's
have
fun to
him.
watch, man. He's fun to watch. He steals bases. He stretches singles into doubles. He
Leads the league in our field.
Plays an awesome brand of baseball.
Yeah. But he is not the best Pete on this list thus far.
No,
Pete Alonso batting 343. Where is that coming from?
showing he's worth the contract that he didn't get.
He has turned himself into more of a contact hitter because he only has 7 homers, but he's not trying to hit homers. But he
He
still
only-
leads with a 221 OPS plus.
If he does this and hits 25 to 30 a year, because he usually settles around 35. I don't think he's ever hit over 40.
Well, his rookie year he hit 53. Sam.
I don't think he's ever hit over 40 ever since his rookie year.
But we have Corbin Carroll. Thank God. Thank God he's
Needed the
figured it out.
comeback. It's always scary when a rookie has a very he didn't even have a terrible second season, but that sophomore
He
slump.
had a
you're
terrible
like,
first half.
yeah, you always are scared of like, is this who this player is? Like, was that just none of the pitchers had seen him yet? He got a little bit lucky. That can happen, and it happens a lot. So to see him bounce back in this big way is really awesome.
Yeah. But then we have Brendan Donovan. We talked about him. Pico Armstrong.
We
Teoscar
didn't really
Hernandez
talk about Brendan
leads-
Donovan. I want to shout him out. He's
Okay.
playing
Shout him out.
really, really great second base, really, really great left field. He did have a really terrible decision at second base a few weeks ago, but we're not going to talk about that. 143 OPS plus and 1.2 WAR. He's been our most consistent hitter. He's batting, not leadoff because Lars is leadoff, but he's right in there at the 2-hole. So I've enjoyed watching him play baseball. He's not near the guys on this list, but I appreciate the shout out.
Yeah.
So
I think after the top 9, it's a pretty heavy drop off. But then we have Teoscar Hernandez, who leads the league with 32 RBIs. He's batting .310. He's the best hitter on that Dodgers team so far.
He is. He's been the most consistent.
A 163 OPS plus.
Dude, it's wild that he was the bonus piece in the Tyler Glasnow trade, and now he has become their best hitter. At least this season.
But then we have Carson Kelly. We've talked about him. Jung-Hoo Lee, batting .319.
Another guy that's fun to watch. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's a good contact hitter. He's only has 3 home runs, but he's not a home run hitter. Then we have Seiya Suzuki. He's batting .287, 7 homers, 25 RBI, a 160 OPS plus at the DH.
He is having his best season. I know he's been hit or miss. Cubs fans have really, I think, according to Caleb, struggled with Seiya. Like, is he everything we wanted him to be? Is he underwhelming? Do we need to like
until now? He's kind of been the same player as Ian Happ.
Yeah, but
like
way worse in the field.
Off brand Ian Happ, but he's kind of figured himself out as a DH.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been really good.
Then we have Fernando Tatis Jr., who is currently leading the batting title, .345, has 39 hits, 8 homers, 18 RBI, 180 OPS plus. 2.4 WAR and a 5 field. I mean,
this is who we both predicted would be
player.
second in MLB MVP voting for National League, and he's proven it. He is second in this graphic, just not to the guy we thought would be here.
No, and then we have Kyle Tucker, who's playing great.
Yeah, we all could have predicted this. So
8 stolen bases is surprising.
He's fast, dude. For a tall, lanky guy, he's very
not
fast.
Playing good right field.
Figuring out the new outfield. He went from short porch to weird outlet in the corner there
with the baskets.
Okay, I clowned on the baskets last week, and then some guy isn't about to. Yeah, some guy literally dies because of there not being a basket in Pittsburgh. So I clowned it. I see the necessary. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was just a
karma.
hack. You're saying I did this?
Yes.
You're saying I caused through the cosmic forces caused
you
this.
Caused moment of the year.
That's awful. This is the moment of the year. It's certainly the most memorable so far.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But before, so are we going Alonso?
I'm going Alonso. Yeah.
Okay. So the 2025 National League MVP post-April pre-award goes to Pete Alonso of the New York Mets. He got paid, and
let's go Mets, baby. Not enough. Probably what he deserved. Maybe a little less.
So I didn't put together a graphic for breakout player, because I think we can just look through here. I think I had Tyler Mahle.
Okay.
Or Soderstrom.
All right. I'm going to read you off Tommy Edmonds. Tyler Soderstrom's a great pick. Here's Tommy Edmonds' stats on the year so far. 1.1 WAR with 30 games played. He has a .252 batting average, a .295 on base, an .818 OPS, 128 OPS plus, and 8 home runs. The 8 home runs is surprising. Everything else is a little bit lower than I would have thought through the eye test. But 8 home runs is pretty significant for a guy of, first of all, his size.
It is.
But yeah, that's not quite the breakout I think I was expecting based on, might just be Dodgers hype, because he's been the only one providing. Not in the way other players have been providing, but he's been really, really good. He's on the IL right now, so...
So, Tyler Soderstrom, his first year he batted 160 in 45 games. And last year he batted 233 in 61 games and had 9 home runs. And this year he has already matched that total. With 9 home runs, he's batting 284 with a 157 OPS plus.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really good pick.
Yeah. I mean, Pete Crow Armstrong?
Yeah, but last year was his.
We kind of saw it coming.
Like last year, this is still feels like last year was his rookie year technically, but this still feels like the first full season of him. So he never had a moment where he's like, oh, is he just meh, and then turned good? Like he's been on the up and up every single season. I'd go Soderstrom.
So the 2025 post-April pre-award for breakout player of the year
goes to
Tyler Soderstrom of the Athletics.
Yay, Sacramento.
Yay, Athletics.
Light the beam.
Let's go to moment of the year. What do you say?
Let's do it.
We have 3 candidates.
Okay.
February 21st.
Yeah.
The New York Yankees end their appearance policy in place since 1976 by allowing players to have well-groomed beards. April 26th. Diamondbacks third baseman Eugenio Suarez becomes the 19th player to hit 4 home runs in a single game.
Been terrific. Suarez! Fly ball! There's 4! And we're tied!
And April 29th. Blue Jays outfielder Dalton Varsho makes one of the greatest catches in MLB history, stumbling on the warning track before making a no-look backhanded catch.
That backspin that he seems to normally have. Here's a drive to deep center. Varsho back. And did he catch that ball? Yes. He caught that ball.
The beard thing doesn't move me because not even players are taking advantage of it, but it's like that has nothing to do with baseball to me.
The really the only player that's taking advantage of it is that guy in the graphic, dude. Carlos Rodon. You know what?
What would you
think about it?
Yeah,
19 players have hit 4 home runs in a game.
Right.
Has anyone ever made a catch like that?
Probably, but not. I can't call any to mind.
I've never seen anything like that. I remember I saw the catch and I was like, good Lord, I've never seen anything like that.
I had seen all of our group chat texts about it. I had seen all these tweets about it. And by the time I watched it, I was like, this is probably just going to be like a really, really good, like, I don't know, wall grab or, robbery. Never in a million years could I have expected what I was about to watch. So far, I want to go with that. Because, like, look, 4 home run game's cool. But, like, I'm going to maybe forget about that. That's going to be, like, a fun, like, trivia fact down the line. You know who else has hit 4 home runs in a game? Scooter Gennett. Because I watched him do it.
Very true.
But the Dalton Varsho catch is, like, 1 in a million.
So the 2025 post-April moment of the year goes to Dalton Varsho for that catch. All right, let's do our post-April All
MLB team. Let's do it.
Our starting pitchers are Hunter Brown.
Got him. Number 8 for Hunter.
Nathan Eovaldi.
And you can make it 4 as he strikes out half.
Logan Gilbert.
He got him. Logan Gilbert.
Nick Pivetta.
Run in. Swing and a miss. Chase the sweeper.
And Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
On the 9th pitch. Takes a fastball that nails the bullseye.
Our relief pitcher is Robert Suarez.
He struck him out. The Padres win.
Our catcher is Carson Kelly.
Center field. Going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
Our first baseman is Pete Alonso.
And Alonso drives one deep center field. Sanoja back, takes a look, and it's out of here! Pete Alonso ties the game with a 3-run homer. Dead central into the greenery.
Our second baseman is Brendan Donovan.
There's a drive down the right field line by Donovan. Did he keep it fair? He did. It's off the foul pole. He ambushes and ties this game at 4-4.
Our third baseman is Alex Bregman.
Swinging a shot down the left field line. Refsnyder in. Hamilton is in. Devers down to third. Bregman into second. He comes through again.
Our shortstop is Bobby Witt.
Third and nobody out. Junior with a line drive. Fair. The Royals have the lead for the first time today.
Our outfielders are Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez. He swings, sends one high in the air, deep to center field. Back is Kreidler. He will not get it. A 3-run home run for Teoscar Hernandez. On a first pitch, four-seam fastball, the Dodgers back on top.
Aaron Judge.
Intentionally walked. High fly ball, right center. Isbell on the run. See ya! A home run for Judge.
And Fernando Tatis Jr.
Towards right center field. That ball is going to get down into the alley. Around from second base comes Sheets. Diaz, if he stopped at third, Fernando drives in the go-ahead run. Padres on top, 3-2. Hernando's taking it to the alley.
And our DH is Jorge Polanco.
Straight away center field. He shoots it deep. Back at the wall. Gone! Jorge Polanco, have yourself an opening day.
Sam, are you ready?
What do you got in store for me? I thought that was the end.
I told you to be ready for this.
You did. I forgot.
It is the active all Star Wars name team.
I know my favorite
So-
players in this. He has
Yes,
to.
he is. So the catcher was chosen by Landon. I sent him a list of catchers' names because I couldn't choose. And he
Do you think
chose-
I could guess?
No, I don't think you know who this guy is.
Okay.
He plays for the Braves. All right. Your starting pitchers are Sandy Alcantara,
Okay. Good. That's like a 7.
Huáscar Brazoban,
That's good. That's some Outer Rim stuff right there.
Shota Imanaga,
Yeah.
Yusei Kikuchi,
I say Kikuchi.
and Cal Quantrill.
Cal Quantrill is like very big protagonist Star Wars vibes.
Our relief pitcher is Orion Kirkering.
Kirkering. This is good. This is so far. This is like a good. You're hitting out of the park with all these.
Our catcher, compliments of Landon, is Chadwick Tromp.
Chadwick Tromp. All right, Glup Shitto.
Our first baseman is Rowdy Tellez.
Sick. I like that one.
Our second baseman is Adael Amador,
Who does he play for? I don't know him.
the Rockies.
There you go. Who he play for?
our-
Rockies.
Our third baseman is Vidal Brujan.
Okay, who's he play for? He's actually
I think he's the Rays.
okay. I've heard his name
Blue
recently,
Jays.
but yeah.
Vidal Brujan. Now, our shortstop is not who you think.
It's
Because
not
a lot
Mason
of people
Wynn.
would a lot of people will take the easy route and just throw in Bo Bichette. But here's the thing.
That's a good one.
There's already a Boba Fett. They would not make a Boba Fett.
Boba
It's too
Fett.
similar.
That's
So
true.
we're not doing Boba Fett. I'm sorry, people who love to say that Boba Fett would be
Yeah.
on that team.
There's a lot of bobbleheads out there. I feel of Boba Fett.
Yeah, but
Who
our
does Star Wars
shortstop is Mookie Betts.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Our outfielders are Ji-Hwan Bae,
Sick, love it.
Sal Frelick,
That's a good one. And I already know who's the last one is. It's my
and
guy.
Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar is the most Star Wars name out of all of them. He's what
And our
inspired
DH.
this list.
Our DH is Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk. These are really good.
It sounds like he owns a shop in like an Outer Rim
I was gonna say
junk town.
this
Go to
guy's like a
Grichuk.
farmer. Grichuk. I was gonna say, this guy sounds to me like Randall Grichuk is a farmer on like a grass, not a grass, but like or an outer rim, very little like
very
exploration
rocky,
on this planet.
Yeah.
No, this is good. Yeah. Lars Nootbaar is the best of those names. By a landslide,
I really like
Cal Quantrill's good too.
Cal Quantrill, Chadwick Tromp, but that was in honor of the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, so that's it for this episode of The Reward Show. Stay tuned. Download the pod. Watch us on YouTube, on Spotify. Follow me, Sam, Boulder Baseball, and the podcast on socials. And stay tuned for bad takes, bad award decisions, same love of the game. I'm Will.
I'm Sam.
And this has been The Reward Show. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
There's a trophy on your shelf. Does it belong to someone else? When we're gone.